On this video, we're gonna talk about my favorite dessert, ice cream. So I wanna talk about the three most dangerous versions of ice cream that I am hoping you are gonna get off of after this video. And then we'll talk about some of my favorite ways to make ice cream in a really healthy way and some great alternatives. Because I'm not anti-ice cream, I'm just anti-ice cream of these three kinds. So I want you to know them, and then I'm gonna talk to you about how do we really make ice cream yummy and healthy at the same time. Ready? Let's dive in. Okay, the first one is the one I like the most, but it is one of the more toxic, and that is soft serve ice cream. So I love soft serve ice cream because it's so soft, but do you know what makes it soft? Is that that creamy texture is monoglycerides and diglycerides, which are trans fats. So your ice cream, your soft serve ice cream, has trans fats in them. And trans fats have an increased heart disease risk. And it's alarming how this correlation of trans fat and heart disease, one of the worst trans fats out there is partially hydrogenated oils. And like years ago, they identified that this was contributing to the heart disease, the increase in heart disease that we were dealing with here in America primarily. And so they banned partially hydrogenated oils from our food system. They said, okay, well, it's going to take 15 years to get it out of our system, out of our food system, which is ridiculous. But it's being that trans fat is showing up in other places like soft serve ice cream. So I know if you're a soft serve fan, you're like wanting to turn this video off, but hang with me for a moment because now I got to make it really unpalatable for you because check this out. There was actually a review done in 2017 that showed many of those soft serve ice cream makers that you might get from or get your ice cream from in a ice cream store, that they haven't been cleaned right and are a popular place for our bad microbes, our pathogens to grow. Specifically, this review showed that it increased levels of a pathogenic bacteria. Listeria is the main bacteria which is known for food poisoning. So we want to get away from soft serve ice cream. Now, I'm going to leave some links here in the notes, and specifically one, I have no affiliation to this ice cream maker, but I can tell you I gave it to my husband for Christmas, and it makes soft serve ice cream, and he can put healthy ingredients in there, and he can make us soft serve ice cream without all those trans fats. Now, I'm sure there are a lot of homemade ice cream makers that can do it. I'm just a fan of this one. Again, I have no affiliation to this ice cream maker. I just want you to benefit from it. So, number one, most dangerous type of ice cream is soft serve. Okay, number two is the artificially colored ice cream. So you know when you walk into the ice cream store and you see chocolate mint and it's bright green, that green's not normal. Chocolate mint ice cream should be white. Or some of the strawberry ice cream isn't bright pink, or bubblegum ice cream. I used to have that as a kid, like bright pink. Shy away from these toxic colored ice creams because they have dyes in them. And specifically the red and the yellow dyes are the most toxic. But artificial colorings, the consumption of it has been going up by 500% since 1970. And there is a review, a 2012 review, so a while back, that showed that an increase in artificial coloring causes hyperactivity in kids. Okay, think about this for a moment. If you have a kid that you're like, oh my God, they're climbing the walls, they can't focus in the schools, like where are those dyes that they're eating? The Go-Gurts, there are dyes in the Go-Gurts, there are dyes in many of the cereals, and there's dyes in the ice cream. And you think you're doing something loving by giving ice cream to your child, but really you're giving them a chemical that's going to wind them up. and overstimulate their nervous system. In Eat Like a Girl, I have a whole list of what I call excitotoxins. And these dyes, these artificial colors are in there. That is an excitotoxin. So those of you who've ordered this book, you're going to start to see I've mapped out lists of these ingredients so you can start to make better choices for yourself. So what's also interesting that and potentially infuriating about these red dyes is there are some reviews, like I found this 2010 review that showed that the red and yellow dyes are carcinogenic. So that's not fair. Like, I go into my ice cream store with my family, so happy, gonna give my kids an ice cream treat, and I pick the color that's red or the color that's yellow, and now I've got an excitotoxin that's revving up my child, and the carcinogenic component of this is called benzidine or benzidine, and what they're finding is that when they can put just a low enough amount into ice cream just to keep the FDA happy, but it actually is a powerful carcinogenic contributing to cancer. And they have found that these red and yellow dyes have linked to cancer in animal studies. These are primarily found in strawberry, cherry, red velvet, lemon, mango, etc. My sister loves ice cream. And whenever we get together, if we're out, like even traveling, there's always an ice cream store. And when we walk into the ice cream store, my husband loves ice cream. The first thing I've noticed that my sister always looks at is to make sure that she gets the ice cream without a coloring, because that's where the dyes live. Okay? So get off the colored ice cream. Okay, number 3, the third worst one is the commercial mass-produced ice cream. Now, I want to say something just about mass-produced anything. It's really hard to keep the quality of food when you're making it in large amounts. So this is why we love going to farmers markets. This is why we love making food at home, because the smaller batch, they don't alter the food, but when they're making these big batches, they often have to put in extra preservatives because there's so much quantity. They often put in flavor enhancers. So because they have such a big amount, they want you to keep coming back. So a real trick to just overall good health around food is always get those local small batch foods, whether it's ice cream, coffee, fruits and vegetables, always best small batch. But what's really interesting about these classic mass-produced ice creams is that they're cheaper. They make them cheaper, and they use less healthy ingredients. And so here's some of the ingredients they use. So you can start to read your own ingredient label, which, by the way, I teach you in Eat Like a Girl how to read an ingredient label. So you're looking in your ingredient label of these ice creams for vegetable oil, which it has tons of omega-6 in them. You're looking for high fructose corn syrup, which is incredibly bad for your liver. You're looking for skim milk. Skim milk is highly processed and causes gut inflammation. And you're looking for any stabilizers or emulsifiers, which can cause gut inflammation and any kind of gut dysbiosis. So if you're watching this video and you're like, wait a second, are you going after my favorite ice cream? What I want you to do is go pull it out of the freezer right now. Does it have vegetable oil? Does it have high fructose corn syrup? Does it have, of course, any of the red dyes? Does it have skim milk? And what about your stabilizers and emulsifiers? Is it packed with that in there? If it is, it's toxic. Throw it out. It's destroying your health. Okay, my baby's coming to you. Eat Like a Girl. You want to know the foods that will support hormones? Guess what? I have them for you already. It's a free giveaway. Just click the link above and I'll send you a list of all the foods that support amazing hormonal health. So what can you do? Like what are some good solutions? Well, first, there's a strawberry protein pop. You can make a strawberry protein creamy popsicle out of the recipes and Eat Like a Girl. That's one of my faves. You can buy your own ice cream maker, which I will put in the notes, my favorite one. Or you can do something as simple as taking frozen bananas. You know when the bananas are starting to turn? Like peel them out, cut them up, and put them in your freezer. And we used to do this as a kid all the time. My mom made this for me all the time. And she would take out those bananas that were almost turning into a rotten banana. She would cut them in half, and she would take lemon and put lemon over the top, and then put them on a dish into the freezer. And the lemon made sure that it didn't brown. And we would just pull those out and start eating them. They were so delicious. You didn't have to do anything. They were just cut in half and in the freezer. So there's some really easy ways that you can look at making an ice cream version. The last thing I would say is that, think about what you love about ice cream. It's creamy, right? And it's sweet. Well, there are other things that are creamy and sweet, like yogurt. Like there's some really healthy yogurts that you could even make your own yogurt that is fermented and may also be a good solution. You could put some berries in there. So you could look at that. There's also things like sorbets. You could go towards sorbets if you want. That kind of food is really good. Or you can make do the banana trick I said. We got a lot of good desserts in Eat Like a Girl. You could check out some of those desserts. But if you're looking for that cold, creamy, I really love the banana trick. And I love making my own ice cream. And people always find it really interesting. In my Reset Academy, where we're taking all the tools that I teach you all here and helping people customize them, in my Reset Academy, whenever I come out and I say, hey, I love ice cream, people are like, wait, I thought you were a health guru. I am a health guru. I want you to be healthy. I want me to be healthy, but I don't want us to be deprived. So I make sure that when we get ice cream, it's good quality ice cream. Now you can start reading ingredients on your ice cream. So, it should be cream, milk, and whatever flavor it is, the real flavor. So it shouldn't be strawberry flavoring. It should be strawberries in it. So you could start reading the ingredients too and getting to know which brands you like, because not all of them are bad. I mean, there's some in my refrigerator right now that are really good quality. But when we're doing soft serve, when we're doing the commercial ones that have these big production machines, and we're doing the ones that are packed with artificial colors, we now have created a metabolic problem and have set ourselves up for chronic disease of things like cancer. And that's no joke. There's no taste worth that for me. And there's great alternatives. So let me know if that helps. I've never done a video on ice cream. I'm trying to make things really applicable for you all. So let me know if you like videos like this. Just put a like them. Give me feedback, kind feedback, please. And what you want to see more of, what would be helpful, because I do these videos for you. And I want you to be able to live a healthy, joyful life. And those of you that have already pre-ordered Eat Like a Girl, I appreciate it. I am so excited to get this book to you. We talk about yummy food in here and a whole set of food rules that will help you. It's coming out October 2024, so it's ready for pre-order, and I can't wait for it to get into your home. So, as always, I hope that helps. If you love this video, I did a great video called Should You Eat Eggs Every Day for Breakfast? So you need them to make things like serotonin and dopamine, the neurotransmitters that give us a good mood balance, make us happy, make us calm, give us joy and satisfaction. The precursors for those neurotransmitters are all inside this little egg.